The government is trying to pull a fast one. They're wrapping a turd in a turd and calling it clean and saying that it's a climate solution that is actually going to reduce emissions when actually it's contributing to them. It's absolutely outrageous, and here's Alia to explain the details.
The government has made a lot of noise about how technologies are going to help Australia meet our emissions reduction target. One such technology is hydrogen.
And hydrogen is emerging as an important part of this future. This is because hydrogen is a safe, flexible and clean fuel that can be used to power vehicles, generate electricity and produce heat, all without carbon emissions.
Sounds great, but there's a really important detail to look out for when you hear about hydrogen, and that is how it is made. It can be made using renewable energy, or it can be made using fossil fuels. One of these is zero emissions, and the other actually creates more emissions than if you directly burnt the fossil fuels in the first place. Now, when you hear the term clean hydrogen, which of these processes comes to mind? For a lot of Australians, renewable energy is what comes to mind. But the Australian government's definition of clean hydrogen actually includes hydrogen from renewable energy and hydrogen created from fossil fuels with carbon capture and storage. Most people don't realise this, leading to confusion and allowing industry and government to market fossil fuels as clean, green energy projects. A prime example of this is the Hydrogen Energy Supply Chain project. This project is yet another attempt to export brown coal from Victoria by marketing it as clean hydrogen. To market this project as clean, the Australian government is drawing on one of the well-known false climate solutions, carbon capture and storage, or CCS. A key problem is that the trial for the project didn't include CCS, and the companies behind the project haven't invested a single dollar in CCS. Assuming CCS will reduce emissions from the project is particularly concerning. The project assumes that carbon capture of almost 90%, but there isn't a single operational project that uses CCS with this method anywhere in the world. Without CCS, this is an extremely polluting project. It involves hydrogen produced from coal gasification, one of the dirtiest methods of hydrogen production, even dirtier than just burning the coal itself. On top of that, both the project and the Australian government have claimed that it would reduce emissions by up to 1.8 million tonnes every year, equivalent to taking 350,000 cars off the road. But Freedom of Information documents released to the Australia Institute show that this is extremely misleading. This figure, 1.8 million tonnes of emissions, comes from comparing brown coal hydrogen with CCS to gas hydrogen without CCS. This is a false comparison because the project is not aiming to replace any existing hydrogen production. The appropriate comparison to make would be between this project, brown coal hydrogen, and a 100% renewable hydrogen project. When we make this comparison, the project will actually increase emissions by up to 3.8 million tonnes every year, the equivalent to adding 735,000 cars to the road every year. The Australian government should come clean on how polluting its clean hydrogen actually is. Hydrogen made with fossil fuels is a dangerous distraction from genuine technologies that can reduce emissions, such as renewable hydrogen. We need to look past the hydrogen hype.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like and let us know what you thought in the comments. And if you'd like to see more of our videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.